Hello guys, this is Furnace Melon. Welcome to another episode of Castle Crush. In today's episode, I will introduce to you guys replacements of legendary cards, because I get asked all the time in my comment section by newer players of Castle Crush what to do when you don't have a certain legendary card. What can you do what card can you play to replace them? And you should know that I think newer players deserve all the support they can get from Castle Crush. So for all my viewers, if you're newer to Castle Crush and you have questions about anything, you can ask me and I will help you to the best of my ability to make, because I think you might come to some of the decisions to help you make some of the decisions you might face in Castle Crush. Do this. Okay. Now here I think I have covered all the legendary cards currently in Castle Crush. Again, like newer players, because I think we should have newer players for sure. It's a good sign, like I said previously. It will make Castle Crush care more, development team care more about this team. Okay, to get started, let's talk about Storm Elemental. The Storm Elemental is very strong because of its growing capability. For 3 mana, you get a Storm that's very weak at the beginning, but each second it remains alive on the field, it's just going to keep growing stronger and stronger. For that reason, I recommend a replacement of... What do you think? Yes, you've seen it. Actually, it's here. It's a Metamorph. Why do I recommend Metamorph? For starters, it has 2 mana. It only needs 2 mana to call onto the field, so you can use it from the very start to the end, just like the Storm. And also, the Metamorph can change into anything. It even includes a Storm. So from a dragon or other legendary like Valkyrie or Mother Elemental, Black Knight, anything you can think of, Metamorph can change into. So if you play it well, the Metamorph can just morph into anything as strong as a Storm Elemental can grow. So for that reason, I recommend Metamorph to replace the Storm. On to the Hollow Knight. Now, Hollow Knight is an extremely strong and popular card in the tournaments, as you have probably seen that lots of players are using Hollow Knight every day, and even more so in tournaments. So, to replace Hollow Knight, I have 2 options for you. First one is the Jester. Second option is a Golem. Now, these 2, it's very hard to say which one is a better replacement. Maybe in normal matchmaking, like if you hit battle here in normal matchmaking, probably the Golem is better than the Jester, because it's both 4 mana, same with the Hollow Knight, and the Golem itself is probably the tankiest. By tankiest, I mean the troop that has most HP, most health. 3,390 for level 13 Golem, and even Hollow Knight couldn't compare with it. Now, of course, Hollow Knight is better at killing skeletons because it has higher attack damage, but still, for a 4 mana card, you would want 4 mana melee card, you would want something very strong and durable. So if you pair Hollow Knight up with Angel, it's just as good as pairing Hollow Knight with Angel, you know. So as for the Jester, maybe if you face skeleton all the time, maybe it's good to play Jester, because Jester can 2-shot all skeletons. Level 4 Jester can 2-shot level 9 skeletons and lower. So that's why maybe in tournament mode, Jester is probably maybe as good or maybe a little bit better than Golem. Depends on how you compose your deck. Of course, you can play the Jester with Pirate, like when you're playing the Rush, or with Angel, because Jester can knock back everyone while the Angel heals up the Jester. Also, Jester is very good when you play it along with the Catapult, right? So that's what you can do to Hollow Knight. Now, of course, some of the cards, some of the legendary are extremely unique, and there's no card like it. So it's going to be, there is no card to replace some of the legendary. For example, the Black Witch. There is no card like the Black Witch. She's just one of a kind. Nothing. I mean, it's pretty obvious, right? Only the Black Witch can turn everyone to skeletons, right? And some of the effects are pretty unique. And Archer Queen and Skull Queen's special buff effect for skeletons and archers are very unique as well and cannot be replaced. But there is something we can talk about there, which I will tell you about it when we get to it. But when comes the Phoenix, of course the Phoenix revivability is not replaceable because it's Phoenix, it always rises from the ashes. But Phoenix is very strong because it's ranged AoE damage. By AoE I mean area damage. So it's ranged area damage is extremely strong, just like the dragon. One of the reasons dragon is extremely strong is because dragon is ranged AoE. If you place a bunch of skeleton against dragon, the skeleton won't even be able to touch the dragon before dragon one-shot all the dragon. Before the dragon one-shot all the skeletons, right? Because it's ranged. Same thing with Phoenix. So to replace that, I recommend the Mage. Because Mage is also AoE damage, area damage, and Mage can one-shot the skeleton if you have the right level. So that's just now of course the Mage is costs 6 mana instead of just 4, but Mage has higher starting HP and higher starting attack damage. So that's one thing for you to consider there. Alrighty, now I have to introduce a really interesting replacement for Vampire, and I had really put lots and lots of thought into this, and I'm very happy with my results of replacement for Vampire. I'm going to give you 5 seconds to think about a good replacement for Vampire, and I want you, if you're interested, I want you to type your answer at the comment section below to let me see. Okay, I'm going to count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Alrighty. A good replacement for a Vampire is, I bet none of you thought about this replacement. Maybe one, actually I think none of you think about this replacement. Maybe you have thought about the Dryad, because Dryad can gain HP just like Vampire can lifesteal. Maybe you've thought about the Orc, because Orc has good, decent attribute, attack and health for a 5 mana card. But no, Vampire is extremely strong because it's decent against all melee troop. For example, Vampire can one-on-one and win against Hollow Knight, win against the Dark Angel, win against the Valkyrie, win against the Skull Queen, even at some scenario win against Dragon if they have the same level and you play the Vampire correctly. So I think Vampire is strong not because it can lifesteal, but because it can one-on-one with and kill lots of troop, lots of melee troop. Of course, if you play a Vampire against the Skull Queen, it's very hard to kill if you don't have the field. It's hard to win. And if you play it against the dragon, when you are far away from the dragon, it's very hard to win against the dragon. So it's hard, it's not good against range, but good against the melee troop. Melee is like the close combat Hollow Knight type of deal. So for that reason, I recommend 6 mana card, A Pirate. Did you think about A Pirate as a replacement for Vampire? I am very happy I thought about A Pirate. because if your opponent plays a Hollow Knight at their castle and you place the A Pirate at yours, your A Pirate can chew away this Hollow Knight little bit by little bit, and eventually win against Hollow Knight and remain unscratched, unharmed, just like how a vampire can, you know. And you might argue that vampire is very strong at any time, but A Pirate is only strong when you have field, when your A Pirate is not against your own castle. That's true, but still, I think A Pirate is the closest there is to replace the vampire. Maybe Dryad is also very good, but I don't think it's as good as the vampire. Why is that? Because if you play a Dryad against the if you play the Dryad against the vampire is going to win. But if you play the A Pirate against the vampire, the A Pirate is going to win, you know. That's why it's better. And of course, vampire is very weak. When it's one versus many troop. One-on-one, vampire is very strong. But say one vampire against 3 warrior, maybe 3 warrior is going to win. But if you play one vampire, if you play one A Pirate against 3 warrior, maybe the one A Pirate is going to win. That's why I recommend A Pirate. Where is it? A Pirate to replace the vampire. And also A Pirate is a common card, which means it's more obtainable. So I think it's a great replacement. And let me just put everyone to their position. I have already record this video just now, but the audio got messed up, so I'm recording all over again. And I had been talking for more than 2 hours, so bear with me when my tongue gets too stuttered. Black Witch. Like I said, there is no card like Black Witch. It's not replaceable. It's irreplaceable. So you might want to consider get a Black Witch, but as long as you have level 1 Black Witch is good enough. You don't have to upgrade it. A level 1 Black Witch is just as good as level 2 Black Witch, pretty much. Okay, let me not upgrade there. I accidentally upgraded my Fire Elemental when I was trying to show you how Fire Elemental can be a good replacement of a legendary card in my video I made previously. But that video's audio got messed up, so so here we are. Now on to the next, Dark Angel. Dark Angel is considered very good against killing skeletons, right? And for each skeleton it kills, for each troop it kills, it gains more power, it grows stronger. For that reason, but still, we see Dark Angel being played the most against skeleton. For that reason, I recommend you Ice Elemental. With one, not only they both have 6 mana, but also with one Ice Elemental, it can easily take care of an entire lane of skeletons. Easily, very easily. So, and also if you played it correct, Ice Elemental can kill the dragon, kill anyone very easily, except for the A Pirate. It can kill the Golem even if Golem is not assisted by other cards, right? That's why I recommend Ice Elemental. Of course, Ice Elemental itself is a very strong card, so you can even include 2 of Ice Elemental in your deck, right? Onto the Shaman. Now, I have said this before that Shaman is arguably the strongest single attack ranged troop in Castle Crush. For level 3 Shaman, it has more than 300 attack. So to replace that, I recommend the only option there is, which is Wrath. Now, if you compare it, Wrath costs 5 mana and Shaman costs 6 mana. So Wrath wins the battle in Mana War, and attack damage, like level 6 Wrath has very similar. Level 3 Shaman would be equivalent to level 6 Wrath. So these two are equivalent. And the attack damage difference is very small. Granted that Wrath is also immune to magical damages like the Inferno or Meteor, although it's still vulnerable against Fire Elemental's Meteor effect and the Dark Angel's Demon's Flame. Oh no, the Demon's Flame. It's still a very strong card. So I think Wrath is a good replacement for the Shaman. Onto the Skull Queen. Of course, the skeleton bonus effect is not replaceable. However, if you take a closer look at Skull Queen's attribute, the attack and the health, it's you can get a troop with exactly the same or very similar attribute as the Skull Queen for less mana, which is the Orc. Now, level 1 Skull Queen would be equivalent to level 7 Orc's Warrior. So I'm just going to show you Orc's Horde instead, but it's the same, you know. So level 8 Orc has 166 attack and 1500 health, which is extremely close to the Skull Queen. So I think Orc can be really a good card to replace if you're just looking for the attribute, but not the special bonus effect. Of course, you still want to get the Skull Queen for the special bonus effect, like for how it buffs up all the skeletons. But still, Orc is a very early on solid card overall. Now for Necromancer, there is just only one card that has similar effect, which is Resurrection. Of course, the Resurrection is only valid once, while the Necromancer can bring back everyone as long as it's alive. But still, I think Resurrection is the closest it gets when we're talking about replacement for Necromancer. Okay. But for Archer Queen, it's very hard to come up with a good replacement. Some of my replacements are very good. For example, the A-Pirate makes so much sense to replace a vampire, and the Metamorph makes sense. Everything makes sense, but I struggle to make this replacement for Archer Queen make sense. But it's the Ballista. I think of Ballista just because of Ballista has the longest range in Castle Crush, longest attack range, and it only costs half of the mana, so I chose Ballista for the Archer Queen. Now of course my Ballista is only level 5, but I still think it's the closest it gets. For Valkyrie, again, there is no card like Valkyrie. If you think about a card that can keep reducing the mana cost for other troop card, Valkyrie is the only one. But if you think about reducing mana to call cards onto the field, then the only option there is the Mana Ritual. Of course, Mana Ritual is not a troop, but you can play the Mana Ritual is 2 mana, so you can play it since the very beginning to the end, which makes it a little bit more usable than the Valkyrie. So that's something for you to consider. If you play 2 Mana Ritual and 2 extra crystal like lots of players are, then with right combination it can be really powerful. Alrighty, onto the dragon. I had been talking non-stop for hours, for at least 3 hours at this point. Okay, dragon. I'm sure lots of you are looking forward to my replacement consideration for dragon. Now, let me be straight with you. The dragon's special knockback effect, like when you call it, it calls every troop back to the middle ground. That special effect is not replaceable. there is no card currently in Castle Clash has that effect, but the dragon. But I have two options for you to consider about replacing the dragon when it comes to attack and defend, which is the Black Knight, just because it's the most single attack damage card, the most single attack strongest card, strongest single attack card. And another replacement, which I think is better, is the Fire Elemental. Now, like I said, Dragon is very strong because it's area damage. So the special effect of Fire Elemental when you call it onto the field is like a meteor. And that meteor effect is like the Dragon's attack area damage effect. And the attribute of the Fire Elemental is very good. It has almost 300 attack damage for level 7 Fire Elemental, and more than 1700 HP, and it's only for 9 mana, which I think Fire Elemental is the best, is the closest when it comes to replacing the dragon. So let me just put that there. And when I talk about the Fire Elemental in my previous video, I upgraded my Fire Elemental to level 9. It was level 6. I wish I didn't do that, because I will do a video where I spend more than 1 million gold to upgrade all my card. But I mean, I will upgrade Fire Elemental eventually anyway, because Fire Elemental is a very strong card, so it's okay. I just wished I can upgrade the Fire Elemental when I do that video. But it's alright, I can probably make that video when I have 2 million gold and I can upgrade Fire Elemental to level 8. Who knows? Okay. Now that's just all theory. Will this deck really work? Or will the replacement really work? We have to test it out. Now of course, I already made the video, although the audio, the voice got messed up, but still I know about the results. It works. Let me just tell you here up front. It works. I mean, the theory is there and everything is there. But of course I'll still need to show you, because anything I'm telling you guys, it can't just be theory. It has to be tested out. So let's play. It has to be tested out. And I needed to show you guys that this replacement really work. Now of course I won't be able to win much, because for starters I don't have any legendary card in my deck, and also the combination is really bad. So as long as I can win 1 game, maybe out of 7-8 game, is maybe 6 game out of 6 game is already very good. I just need to win 1 game out of 6 to prove this replacement works. And now I already have the Archer Queen onto the field, and I call the Shaman there. Let's call the Hollow Knight. That's the Skull Queen. I didn't have a very good draw here, but let's see. Can I get another? Oh, it's okay. Let's do this then. Like I said, there is no card like the Black Witch, so you'll have to excuse me for including a Black Witch in my deck. Now you may say, if the Black Witch is so unique, why don't you include it in your top pick, best 5 of the legendary card? I didn't include the Black Witch in my top 5 legendary card. It's just because I think it's not easy to play. You have to play smartly. If you watched my video about how to play the Black Witch smartly, then of course it's in the top 5 legendary card. And also I struggle for a long time whether to include it in my video for top 5. But I have good reason to justify my ranking, so I think everything's okay. And now you can see we're even winning. I cannot believe this. I cannot believe I'm actually winning. For my last video, I tried 5 times before I win one game. So I'm very happy with this result. Oh my god, I cannot believe this. I actually win the first game I try. Cool. I mean, with this deck, of course, your deck is going to be way better than this deck. Way better. I mean, for starter, you have to have some kind of legendary card, right? Or at some point you will have some legendary, and maybe for me, like maybe in your situation you will have a dragon available, which is better. Or maybe you have let's say you have a shaman like this, which is way better than just include the wrath. So I mean, of course your deck is going to be way better than this, and the combination I have is there's no combination whatsoever. So I'm doing this just so you don't have to. I'm testing this deck out just so you don't have to test this deck out. I will let you know that what works and what doesn't. Which I'm telling you, everything works. Maybe the playstyle or the metamorph needs to be paired with some other good deck, but not other deck. But the mage is good in most of the deck. The fire elemental is good in most of the deck. Wrath is good in most of the deck. Ice elemental is considerably good in any deck, you know. So let's do a few more. Oh. Now, there's another video I made that I didn't know my voice was messed up. My audio was messed up. So in that video, the background music is going to be very loud and you may not be able to hear all my word. But I don't have more energy to make that video again, so I will have to upload it. But I will probably make another video in same area again in the future. So make sure you subscribe if you're new to the channel to stay tuned, and I have lots and lots of good plan for this channel that I think you guys will like. So make sure you consider subscribe if you're new. And I have all the ideas saved in my phone, and those ideas are going to become reality, are going to become video content available to you guys in the future. And to be honest with you, I'm very happy with my plan. So I think you guys are going to be pleased. Okay. Push back. Now I'm going to get rid of that Valkyrie. Whoa, okay. We're going to lose this. Wow, for a level 11 player, he has higher level than me. I think my executioner level is level 8. Yeah, he has even higher level than mine. Yeah. His orc is level 10 and mine is level 5. Cool, it's okay. I mean, it's a miracle that we won the first game we tried in this video. And now I will tell you guys why the replacements are all valid. So listen closely in this fight. Okay, I don't have a good card to get rid of the archer queen, as I normally just will. Oh, but I don't have any card to play again. I'll get rid of that. And this is why exactly the metamorph is good, just like the storm. It can change into anything, you know. Push there to save. And this, okay. Black Witch. He has 2. Okay, fire ice elemental, which is equivalent to Dark Angel. But as you can see, ice elemental is much better than Dark Angel. So that's why that replacement is valid. And now let me kill. You see what I mean? Like, all the replacements are getting tested out.
I bring eternal life.
This is my necromancer. Okay, another. Now I need to save this to be prepared for the next standard barrier. Okay. Okay, you see? I mean, it works. It's panning out. This deck should not work. It should not, but it's working for some reason. That's just to prove how good the replacements are, you know, how valid they are. Now those two wrath are going to hit his castle like Shaman would. His castle is losing HP fast, very fast. And now Skull Queen and the Phoenix on top lane. You see? And we won again, and he hasn't even touched my castle. I mean, look again, this deck should not work. Your deck has to be better than this. There's no worse deck than this, maybe. There's no combination. There's no logic in this deck. But I won again, you know. I mean, the trophy range is not low. 5.4 trophy range is not low. You know, maybe it's not very high, but it's definitely not low. So let's do a few more. Let's start with Valkyrie. I mean, I can play the Valkyrie the first card. How nice is that? Okay, Orc. I have to play the Orc. Oh, I mean the Skull Queen. And now the Archer Queen. Next, I will play the Shaman. Huh. Maybe I should play the Resurrection. I mean the Necromancer. Oh, I did not save that. I did not time that well. Oh, we're going to lose this. He has better draw than I did, so. And also, I mean this is what I should be seeing, because this deck should not work. So when we're facing a good deck, it's okay to lose. It's normal to lose. And let's see what we get from Storm Elemental. We got a Fan Dancer. Push. let me do this. Call this. And next I will play this in the middle lane. Okay. Let me just struggle a little bit, okay? I don't like just give up. Push there, block from damage. Okay, that is the end. Yeah, I think I have explained. You have seen how Metamorph is good, because maybe just now you see Metamorph did not make an impact, but if you consider about the Storm Elemental, if you don't play it at the beginning, if you play it late when your opponents have everything going, your Storm will not survive more than 3 seconds anyway. So that doesn't steer how good Metamorph is replacing the Storm, you know. Okay, one more. Let me just do maybe 2 or 3 games more, because I really need to have some water and have some rest. Let's play the Storm. Huh. Now this deck is of course not suited for against the rush deck. But let's see, I don't know. Okay. Skull Queen. Whoa. What kind of rush deck has Golem? Maybe he's using Golem to replace Hollow Knight. Who knows? Yeah, he's definitely using Golem to replace Hollow Knight. maybe he knows about my channel. Okay, we're gonna give it to him for that reason. Yeah, that shows how good Golem is at, because he's playing a rush deck. And Hollow Knight would be a better option than Golem, but he's using Golem. That just goes to show, another way to show how Golem is a good replacement for Hollow Knight. My last video that I deleted because of bad audio has the better demonstration at the card replacement, because I had better draw than this. But let's see. Can I get a skeleton deck to show you guys how good this is at replacing Dark Angel? Archer Queen. Now the Inferno can one-shot Archer Queen anyway, so that's the same. This is Shaman plus Skull Queen. Now of course lightning kills Skull Queen instead of my Shaman. Get rid of the wind. Let's see how strong is my Dark Angel, Hollow Knight, and Phoenix. Now the Mage plus Resurrection is almost like a Phoenix, you know. Okay. Let's see our Storm Elemental. Okay. Storm Elemental gets lots of HP. Play that. Push back. Burn another wind, because I feel like the dragon is coming, so I need to save my Black Witch. Push again. Do that. Shaman. Yeah, dragon is coming. Another reason, let me first play this. Another reason the Fire Elemental can be a good replacement for dragon is because you can call Fire Elemental anywhere onto the field. I did not play good. I should not have played that. I should not have played that. What is it? Black Witch. But let me explain this to you. Now, of course, I have said that the dragon's special knockback ability is irreplaceable. It brings everyone back. But you can only play dragon where you can. However, you can send Fire Elemental anywhere in the field, anywhere. There is no limitation. So for that reason, I think it's another point why Fire Elemental can be a good replacement of dragon. Okay? Do one more. Oh, okay. Start with Valkyrie. And then I will call the Phoenix middle lane to get rid of all those skeletons. Yeah, I finally I get my Dark Angel push to protect. Yeah, you see how Dark Angel can take care of an entire wave, even entire lane of skeletons very easily. If they play another Boneyard, my Dark Angel can take care of them all. Of course, the Storm Elemental is very weak against Skeleton anyway, so there's no problem in there. Unless you can play your Storm at the very beginning and you pair it with an Angel, but still, if your opponent plays a Skeleton Swarm, it can still kill your Storm Elemental. Trust me, I know that for sure because this is my main matchmaking deck. This deck, so I know how Storm Elemental is against the Skeleton. Okay, one more. Start with Valkyrie. And now let's play the Vampire against the Storm. Yeah, he has to switch lane because he cannot beat my Vampire. Push back. Play our Storm. See what do we get. We got a puny thing, but I still have Black Witch.
Feel my curse.
Yeah, I just need to get that Storm is all. Now let's play Shaman. And let's play our Hollow Knight. He chooses to switch lane. So let's push. And I want to take care of his troop. If he switch again, I will use my Dark Angel to kill 2 of his Reaper. See our Storm. Take care of those archers. Play Skull Queen. I mean, you can see in numerous occasions the Ice Elemental is better than Dark Angel. GG. I used the dragon to finish the game. Yeah, I mean, as you can see, the replacement itself is valid. In last game, you can see Mage is just as good as Phoenix. in taking care of the protected Reaper behind his troop, but the mage, which is the Phoenix, can get them all still. There, I think I pushed back and I took care of him. Yeah. You see how mage, just like Phoenix, let's see. Just like Phoenix, you can take care of 2 of those Reaper at the same time. No questions asked. Just like that, you know, just like Phoenix. And in bottom lane, my Wrath is attacking his castle just like a Shaman. And there the orc defending castle and the archer queen to help him out. And Dark Angel on top is invincible, taking care of everyone. Yeah, you see. For some reason, I'm getting good win rate with this deck. So, I hope there is something for you to take away in this video. If you agree with me, or if you think I have bring you some good thinking content, make sure you let me know by leaving a like. And if you have something to say or some ideas, or you want to see me do something, make sure you leave that down in the comment section below. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribe, because I have more quality stuff coming up as I planned. And that's all I have for you today. This is Vernus Melon. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Hope all the best to you. Bye.